is absolutely free, can be done by yourself, and yet no one ever mentions it.
It's the Alan Cox Show
on the Buzzard.
WMMS.
You know what one of my favorite things is, and it happened this morning? When somebody hits reply all and they didn't mean to hit reply all, it's so good. It's so good. As long as electronic mail has been around, you still got people hitting reply all. And sometimes that can be very annoying. But when they just meant to say something borderline inflammatory to one person and they reply to everyone.
Oh, it's good. Yeah.
That is so, so good. That's a lot of fun. Because then you just kick back and you just watch it all unfold from there. Marcy, could you, because it, well, we've all been there. So maybe you've even done it. I've never done this. I don't want to jinx myself. I've never hit reply all when I meant to hit reply. And maybe it's a little less dicey these days because depending on what you're using, you can retract those emails. If you catch it quickly enough, a lot of platforms now, they're like, you know, you can suck it right back. But a lot of them you can't. And I saw it unfold in real time this morning. And the first couple of responses are people going, oh, I don't think this was meant for me. Hey, you know, and you can lose track of who it came from, depending on how many people are in the chain. I don't think this is for me. And then the more it goes on, and it eventually will come to somebody going, hey, give me a call. Call my mobile. Or, Marcy, stop.
We had
I love it.
thread like that going on in my building a while ago, dealing with like the HOA, and then like all these people just like airing all their grievances. But this is to a mailing list of about 60 people.
Yeah.
And it's between about 3 or 4. So
Are these old people who are using email?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just madness for weeks it went on. And then they got rid of that email altogether and got a more professional mailing list to make sure that you can't even reply all if you wanted to.
It's like when you find yourself in a text chain and there's a dozen people and I only know 2 of them.
Oh, yeah.
And it's all phone numbers I don't know. I'm like, how do I get out of this? This isn't even about me. Why am I in this? How do I get out of this?
I have a few group chats, but they're very selective ones, and I'm lucky to not be a part of a lot of that stuff. But even my family group chat, which is usually just happy birthdays, there's so many phone numbers in there that are my nieces and nephews.
Oh, God, it's too much.
They're all growing up now, so they're all, you know, teenagers and going to college, so they're part of it, but it's just so many numbers.
Because I don't know who's who.
And spouses.
If they're phone numbers I don't have on my phone, like I don't know who's who. So I'm not going to respond to the 2 people I know.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Gaylord. Gaylord's out in Wellington.
Well, hello, Mr. Cox. Hello, Mr. Squire. And hello, Miss Santora.
Hello.
And, of course, hello to Cody.
Hello.
All my friends at WMMS, the greatest radio station ever.
Oh, you got that right.
I listened to it from the early 70s, and I've loved it ever since. And I'm glad, Alan, that you have started a new deal with the heavy metal program. I have yet to have the chance to listen to it, but I intend to. And
Yeah, we're getting
I just want-
we're getting preempted by baseball this Saturday night, Gaylord. So it's not won't be back till next Saturday.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Me
but,
too.
Next Saturday, I will listen to you all. And thank you all for being my friends. I do very much appreciate it. I don't mean to be chewing on all your ears. I love you all.
Gaylord,
And
can I just say
You're
this?
going to give us big heads around here,
Yeah,
Gaylord.
Gaylord, we're not your friend.
I
We're your family.
It's like the Olive Garden around here.
Family. I've adopted you all.
That's
I'm
right.
old enough, I think, to be your fathers.
There you
But
go.
I'll tell you what, you guys all are wonderful, and thank you
Aren't
for
we?
listening to me. I don't mean to take your time, sir.
It's okay.
Thank
you know,
you.
you could. Okay. Thank you, Gaylord. I always like hearing from you. There's Gaylord in Wellington. I finally know another Gaylord,
Yeah.
Bill.
I'll take Gaylord over Dick any day.
Bill Squire at the Funny Stop
Get those
tomorrow
tickets.
night and Saturday night
Get your
in
tickets.
Cuyahoga Falls.
BillSquire.com or funnystuff.com. Let's sell some of these shows out.
There you go.
Early shows are looking real good. Real good.
If you listen to us on iHeartRadio, tell me where you do it. I like to put you on our map, which we have back. We got our bureau chief map back and in the studio, making local management none too happy. But tough.
They got bigger things to worry about.
They got bigger things to worry about than that. I said tough titty. Tyler in Dry Ridge, Kentucky listens on the iHeartRadio app. Jamie in Hot Springs Village, Arkansas. Pete in Pittsburgh. Brian in Orlando. Andrew in Hammondsport, New York. Lexi is at Fort Bragg. Alicia's up in Ypsilanti, Michigan.
Hey, Alan, this is Chris from Binghamton. I just wanted to say I wish Mary would have promoted the Oneana show. I would have went out. I'm pretty close to that area. If she ever comes to Binghamton, because SUNY has a Binghamton College out here, I'd love to go see your show.
Yeah, well, are you going to do like a string of SUNYs?
No, that's
You're not gonna
it's
do
not
sing-
It's-
open to the public either.
Yeah, it's a
What's
college
that?
show.
The college gigs are only for college students.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
why
you-
I don't promote them.
Oh, they need a student ID?
It's not even a student ID thing. It's like
that
a
you're on
campus
campus, yeah.
activity. Like it's not an open to the public.
No, but what
thing.
I'm saying is he could walk onto campus and go see your show.
I guess, but it's
How could
it's
he not?
even what I'm saying is it's not even promoted that way. Like
Right.
it's not. There's no tickets on a website or anything. It's like, hey, this is it's an activity for students
Yeah.
specifically.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying
And
that.
they don't want outsiders coming in.
Yeah, I don't think
Like,
they
that's
don't
not
want
how
it.
it's-
They
Outsiders.
specifically
Well, they
tell me
don't, yeah.
not to promote it.
Oh, they do?
Yes,
Yeah.
like you don't list this on your website. Like you don't
I see. It's like
Because
a
they-
corporate gig.
exactly.
Sort of,
yeah,
yeah.
it's like a
I
private
see.
gig. Yeah.
I was going to say, because this for the public, this would amount to a free show. Mm-hmm. Well, that's why. What's your name? Up there in Binghamton?
Hey, Alan, this is Chris from
Chris.
Binghamton.
Chris in Binghamton. That's why.
Yeah, college gigs are for the children.
You can't. For the children, we're protecting kids up there at SUNY Binghamton. Well, now I get it.
Yeah.
All right.
I only have one more college gig booked this year. I have one more in April, and then I'm done.
And where is that?
That one's in Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
Oh, I've told my story about Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
I'm in Nashville the night before, so a lot of flying from Cleveland to Nashville, Nashville to Stevens Point home. Like 9 different airports.
I spent a lot of time at UW Stevens Point in the early 90s visiting my girlfriend. And it's up there.
Yes.
And it's
I'm flying into Appleton and getting a car. 'Cause
Rockin'
there's
Apple.
Nowhere else you can't fly into Stevens Point.
No. But it's a fun, I mean, all those UWs are fun. Stevens Point's fun.
Yeah, it'll be
It's a good time.
It'll be good.
I mean, it's a my girlfriend at the time she went to that school because it's a big school for people who want to be
Alan Cox's girlfriend?
No, it's not that. She became like a park ranger or something, or for like natural resources courses of study. That's what I think they used to be. I don't know if they're still known for that, but she went to be like a water conservationist, or I don't know what. There's some granola stuff that she still does to this day. And, well, you'll have fun up there. Make sure that you do a lot of nature. You got any nature material?
I don't.
You got any chipmunk jokes?
I can write some.
You got tree puns?
I can try.
You got any funnies about air?
No, not that one. I refuse.
You got a 15-minute hunk on water conservation?
Mm-hmm. I do, actually.
All right. I'll tell you what. It's going to go over like gangbusters at UW Stevens Point.
Want to hear a chipmunk joke I just wrote right now?
Yup.
Why did the chipmunk go to the dentist?
Don't know.
Had acorn stuck in his teeth.
You want the gig? I'll give you a gig.
Yeah, give me all the money, too.
No.
Well, I'm not to do the gig if you're not giving me the money.
I have a 98% booking fee.
No, I'm not going to take it.
Well, then you're stupid.
I ask questions.
What's the 98% booking fee? What does
I
that
mean
mean?
that I take 98% of the money.
Dude, that's awesome.
No, she's...
No, if I gave it to Bill, I don't take 98% of the money. I only get 80%.
He's like, that's great.
No, my
dope.
agent takes 20%.
Still, that's pretty good, right?
That's normal.
15. Oh, maybe I think agents are supposed to take what, 15%?
10,
I mean,
15,
it depends
what they're
on
doing.
for college gigs, I think that's pretty standard.
Yes, because she's not doing anything else and I don't have a manager. Usually when you get signed to like an agency, she's just a college agent. When you get signed to like an entertainment agent, you also come with a manager. So your manager takes 10%, your agent takes 10%, the company takes whatever, they take 5%. So
Oh, that sucks. So then it's
Well, that's why you got to be making a lot of money for those to be worth it.
or for them to even want you.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's so worth it.
Yeah.
When you have representation, it's just the
We're
best.
all hoping for.
The best.
I got the first cut of my special today.
Are you happy with it?
Yeah, it looks really good. It's fun. I mean, it's the audio is already out. Nothing matters anywhere you can stream comedy or music. But to see the video of it, because there's quite a bit of crowd work in there, and the video just hits in a completely different way. So I'm kind of going through it, and it's going to come out, I think, next week. I'm pretty sure next Saturday, the 8th. So once I send it back to them, then it's like pretty much a go.
And then where does it go?
YouTube.
I see.
Helium Comedy Studios is going to go to their YouTube channel. But I'll talk more about that next week. But yeah, it was as far as getting an agent or anything goes, where I'm like, hey, every time I release something, I'm like, maybe this will be the big thing that moves the needle, and then it doesn't. You know, like, damn, you know. But maybe this will. You never know.
What would constitute the big thing?
Anything catching on. You know what I mean?
And the end result of that would be, you hope, would be what?
Then you can,
Getting
like, start
representation
touring
or start touring or selling
and like
tickets.
selling
or...
tickets. I think that's the main thing. Is once you're selling tickets, that's when you're.
But I mean,
kicking ass.
we're talking about agencies.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if someone from an agency sees this and is like, hey, I like her, I see her as an up and comer, I'd like to sign her, then that can help me get bigger gigs or more money or whatever, you know?
Long as they're not spelling it Cummer, because that's a whole other thing. Do not sign with that
That's Mary Santorian.
company. Somebody told me you had some new pics on WikiFeed. Is that true?
I didn't put them up there.
Hmm.
I signed into WikiFeed yesterday for the first time in forever. So they might have seen me sign in and it said I was active 24 hours ago, but I didn't put anything new up.
Okay.
But you know what's funny is that I have a bit on my new album called Nothing Matters, available everywhere. That
Everywhere. I can walk across the street and get it?
yeah, you can.
I can get it
As long
next
as you
door
have
at
Wi-Fi.
CVS?
Yeah, you sure can. I have a bit about selling feet pics, and I also posted a clip of it that's got almost 100,000 views on Instagram right now, and I talk about the email in it, so I've been getting hit up more as people find the album, which is kind of funny to me. Mostly people just be like, is this a real email? I heard your album. And I'm
Oh,
like, yeah,
you
it's totally real.
mentioned the actual email address in your set.
Yes.
Boy, that's pretty slick.
Yeah.
They call that SpawnCon.
You like that?
So a little side hustle within the special.
Yes.
Alan, Brian Regan comes up here to Binghamton every so often. Mary should be opening for him.
I would love to. I have before. He's got his set openers that he takes with him, but
Maybe going up there to Binghamton with him.
Go to Binghamton.
The length some people go through to not work amazes me. I also worked in a toy store, putting together bicycles, and my coworker came up to me one day and he said, I found a place where we can go hide where we don't have to put together bicycles. What's going to happen later when no bicycles are put together? He's like, I don't know, we'll figure that out later. So I said, okay. So I followed him. There's a rack of bikes in the back of the toy store, and behind that was a wall, and we're walking between the bikes and the wall. Gets worse. There's a hole in the drywall in the wall, and he crawls into the hole and says, follow me, you know. So like Alice in Wonderland, so he starts shimmying that way, and I'm following him. We get about 8 feet in, and we're both just standing there. And he says, beats working, huh? Kind of a toss-up.
I didn't know that was a bit. He did that on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. The very first time he was on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, like 10 years ago.
That story, yeah.
I didn't know that was one of his bits.
I think he turned it into a bit.
I thought they were having a genuine conversation. I thought that they were just randomly coming up with ideas and anecdotes. I don't know about that. Alan, I don't enjoy laughing at those types of jokes that Bill just told, but I laughed against my will. That's the best kind of laughter.
Laughing against your will.
They don't want to laugh. And you make them.
Next album, laughing against your bill.
All laughter is involuntary. And when it's against your will, not that it just kind of it came out of you, but against your will.
You didn't want to laugh.
That you're angry at yourself for doing it. That's the best.
I'm angry at myself for thinking of it.
Right.
So we're on the same page.
Well, it was all in service of trying to add some natural resources material to Mary's upcoming gig. It was in service of the joke.
He's helping.
Yes.
Well, actually, it was to promote himself to take the gig and all the money. But I said I have a night.
No,
I don't think he's performing anywhere soon.
Oh, actually, I'm going to be headlining the Funny Stop this weekend. That's March 31st and April 1st. You can get tickets at funnystop.com. And for all my other dates, billsquire.com.
Uh-huh.
I keep it local, though. I like to keep things very regional, saturate the market, really just fill everybody up with Bill.
He likes to leave you saturated, ladies, if you come to a Bill Squire show. And you guys, too. Don't knock it till you try it. I got a break. Want to send a text? 35192 to do that.